Hello and welcome. It is Sunday, it is afternoon, and it's February, and I have done nothing this year. I haven't blogged, I haven't vlogged. I have had a couple streams, but that's that's it. Um, so, but I
So
am back. I was gone last week. I'm here this week, so I might get something done.
you might.
Uh yeah, no, other than binge reading smutty gay romances.
As
Although
one
if you
does.
have any recommendations, drop them in the because that's what I need. I think part of my problem is also I got on a couple Patreons and they give me 1 to 2 chapters a week. So like
Uh-huh.
then I want to reread that author's stuff.
Okay.
Because they keep giving me a little bit of a fix and not enough. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah. I they can't hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine, but I'm looking at it a different way than
I'll
they
drop
are.
out and be right back, okay?
You'll be stuck with me. Whatever will we do? Uh all right. Hi folks. Let's see. And I've got no power anymore.
Everybody can hear me now and not just Andy.
I can hear you. You're a little bit faint though than you were clearer before, but say something.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. Sorry, it's a song.
Okay, it's a song I'm not familiar with. Who's like, okay, inappropriate. We're starting the stream. We're not giving up now. We're determined.
It's called Say Something by A Great Big World and Christina Aguilera from what, like 2014. So
Okay.
it's a very
All right.
depressing song and completely non-appropriate to the situation. But
That's what I was saying.
people were asking me to say something, and so it popped in my head. It's a word association.
Okay.
Song radio, head radio, something. So anyway, I'm going to pop into the comments and say hi to people. JD says hi. Hello. Andy is here. Hello. Sarah likes me, but couldn't hear me. Hopefully better now.
But wait, there's
Andy
more.
could hear me the whole time. Are you sure your tab is not muted? Debbie, hello. Let's see. Dwan is here. Hello and welcome. And Dwan didn't know it was a song either.
Yeah. It's not just me.
Yay. So anyway, how was your week? How are you doing?
Well, let's see. I've got my short story for A Cry of Hounds finished up and off
Yay.
to the editor, and they came back with just a few small changes, and I made those, and we got the contract signed, and
Sweet.
they sent me proofs like the next day, and I checked through those, and as far as I know, I'm done. It's ready. It's all up on other people to get their stuff done. They may
Nice.
come back and ask us to put eyes on a final set of proofs before things go to print, but
Sure.
they're
That makes
looking
sense.
at getting that book ready for the Telltale Steampunk Festival.
Yeah. You know what I'm doing next Saturday?
What are you doing next Saturday?
The local middle school is having their ScribbleCon thing, which is its second time, and I'm doing my beta reading workshop, so I should like prep and make sure. Oh, I should get handouts printed and stuff like that. Maybe I can get, I mean, it's for a school event. Maybe I can get the teacher to print out some packets for me.
No idea.
Suspicious. Could happen. I'll ask. So,
but those teachers are frequently printing those materials out of their own pay.
yes,
because the schools are underfunded. The schools are chronically underfunded by petitions who get reelected by complaining about how bad the schools are.
Yes, but this is a extracurricular workshop-y thing that they're doing on the weekends for the kids to come in and stuff. And I think it got a little bit of a budget for its own existence. You know, enough for some donuts and some water bottles and a stack of composition notebooks.
Okay. Well, you can
And we
always
had
ask.
stickers last year. Yeah, I can always ask. So, cool gamers here. Hello and welcome. RC made it. Thank you, and Sako, for holding down the fort last week. I was out of town with some friends and stuff and not able to be at my computer. So I was really happy that y'all could step up and fill in. So,
and I was getting other things done last week, but
yeah,
including delving into
oh,
streaming a bit. So this
right?
is actually the first weekend that not only is this on Morgan's stream and over on Sako's stream, it's now on my stream on Twitch and YouTube. So I'm sure that if my whole 7 followers there were actually aware of this, they might be watching. But
I mean, I'm one of your 7 followers, and I'm watching.
This is true.
Although
so
not on your channel, so
well, yeah, you got to have content to make people aware of it. So since we're making content anywhere, we're just spreading it a little bit farther, and hoping it takes root.
Yeah. This weekend, I went down to see my mom for the 3rd rescheduled attempt at Christmas with her side of the family, in which none of the rest of the family showed up except for her brother and her sister. So it was 4 of us. But you know, we ate, we exchanged gifts. Mom said, "Hey, I have a artificial heart valve and can't use an electric chainsaw over my head." So it got regifted instantly to me.
Why did your mom want to use an electric chainsaw over her head?
I mean, because when you're chainsawing branches, they're usually not on the ground.
Some people like get ladders to climb up on, but okay.
Yeah, so my mom has a pacemaker and she's unsteady on her feet. My mom is not using a chainsaw from a ladder or in a house or in a box with a fox.
And I take it she has, in addition to the heart valve and being unsteady on her feet, she also has a problem with low-hanging branches that need to be cut away.
She does not. She gave it to me, and Stick Tree and I have a date.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, I have a river birch in my front yard. It's one of those trees where the bark looks like it's peeling like sheets of paper. I also call it the paper tree, but it got re-nicknamed from paper tree to stick tree because the people who pruned it before I moved in pruned it for shape and not necessarily structural integrity. And so a lot of the one step up from twig, I guess, branch, but they're not limbs. They fall off with regularity and they land on the sidewalk, and I look like that jerk neighbor, but like I can fill a trash bin full of sticks that fell from it once a week in spring and fall when the wind blows. I can go a month and like every week have the bin full of sticks coming off that thing. So it's a very sticky tree. See what I did there?
Yeah.
It's long and brown. A stick.
And sticky.
And sticky. A stick. Yeah. So there's currently a branch taller than I am dangling just out of my reach that has fallen off, but is right above where the neighbors park when they park on that curb. So yeah. Anyway, the chainsaw also came with an extension thing to hold it that extends up to 26 feet. And it's an electric boogie woogie woogie chainsaw. So
okay.
So that's what I got for Christmas, belatedly.
Belated Christmas. Yeah. And if you're going to keep trying this to get the rest of the family in, you're on your way to scheduling Christmas in July.
I mean, no. We did everybody else.
Oh, you
So
already did it. Okay.
yeah. But I was gonna go down on the 6th, and then it was supposed to snow or slush, and it didn't really, but I knew if I went down, it would have. And then the next time I was gonna go down, the road was ice-packed snow, so I didn't go down. And then this weekend worked out. It's like a 2-hour drive, especially if I leave late at night or if I'm coming northbound and pass Fredericksburg before 4 p.m. on a Sunday, because Fredericksburg is hard to get past on Sundays when everybody's coming back from wherever they went out of town for. It's a nightmare. So let me pop into the comments. Dwan said school funding for printouts, etc., is so bad in Jefferson County, Kentucky. JD today is working on their content calendar for this week and has some drafting to do. Oh no, I'm sorry, Sarah. Sarah says hi on the stream. Won't let her until she's followed you for a month, Doc.
Yeah, apparently I'm still new to the settings, so apparently I've got a setting where it's limiting the chat. But thank you for following, Sarah. So
Angela is here. Hello and welcome. And Angela said, oh, good. I'm not the only one with my Christmas tree up. That is the reason I did not ship my Christmas packages to my mom's house, is because she needs help getting the tree up and down. Otherwise, it takes her like a week, and hauling the boxes just isn't great for her. So we managed to get her tree down. I was leaving at 1 p.m. Eastern, and we got it down and everything into the garage, and me sitting down with a cup of water at 12:50. So we squeezed it in. Her tree is down. I got home and finally got the lights off the front of my house and the inflatables. I have a giant dragon with shocking me with a dragon with a present and like blowing fire. Finally in, and I have a little puppy that sits with it. But the breaker's been flipped for like a month, so they've just been sitting there under the snow looking sad and muddy. So they're finally into the garage. At least I didn't put them all the way away because I should clean them more. Oh, and my stakes were like half broken and wouldn't go into the ground, so I got new stakes and never actually used them. These have been my fidgets for a month. So
you just have a pile of stakes there to fidget with it.
You doubt me?
Yes.
You doubt me?
I just want to establish context for the audience. That's all.
Right. So I'm a fidgeter. I fidget. These are my fidgets. So this has a nice slightly concave texture to it, and these aren't quite flat on the flat side. So anyway, plus as of like 2019, 2018, I traditionally take down my tree during the Puppy Bowl, and we haven't hit Puppy Bowl Sunday yet, so I'm still not late. Because if I have to take down my tree, I might as well do it while watching cute, adorable puppies, especially since it doesn't, spoiler, but it doesn't actually matter if Team Rough or Team Fluff wins. I think we're all winners. For those who don't know, Animal Planet has, for like the last 20 years on Super Bowl Sunday, been doing a puppy bowl where they feature pets, adoptable pets from different adoption pet shelters, and they highlight the shelters and the organization and how they work, and pretty much all of the pets that you see in it have been adopted by the crew and whatever before it airs, because they film it in advance. But it's a field that is like maybe the size of my living room, with a bunch of toys and lines like a pretend football field. And anytime a puppy takes a stuffed animal across the end zone, no matter which one it is, they get a point. or they
Okay.
get a touchdown. And if they run into it and it bounces over it, then they get like a kick. So 3 points. And every quarter they switch out which pets it or which puppies it is. So they have the smaller medium dogs with the smaller medium dogs and the medium large dogs with the medium large dogs, and that way they can highlight more pets. So it's really good, adorable, and they have a kitten halftime show, so you get to see kitties playing with toys. But yeah, it's adorable, it's cute, and I highly recommend it. So Andy's tree is also still up. They're trying to find a way to replace the warm lighting it's been casting in the living room. Experiments are forthcoming. Legit.
Yeah.
Ha! Angela's with me. Tree stays up till in bulk, so now it is time for Angela to take it down when the rain stops, so it can be carried out to the storage building. Yeah.
Oh.
All of my mom's Christmas stuff go in the outside shed, except for the tree, which goes in the closet in the back bedroom that used to be mine. And mom's like, oh, maybe we can put the tree out there. And I'm like, no, because your shed needs organization and there's no space right now. So that's going to be a job.
My groceries are about to arrive here, so I got to
Okay,
go put
let's do a
boxes out real
sprint.
quick.
Let's do a sprint.
Let's do a sprint.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, boom. Meow. Hi, baby. And we're back. How was your sprint?
Dubious. my gro- my groceries got here. I got them in, got them quickly unloaded, and then came to sit down and start working on my edits for the Kindred of Kali. Poured myself or topped up my drink and then promptly sloshed it on myself.
Oh no. Oh no.
So I got
Well,
very little actual editing done. And
I
I'm
read some. Yeah.
sitting
Yeah.
here slightly damp, and it looks like, well, I managed to mostly hit me and not the couch or the floor. It looks like I've got some paperwork that got splashed.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Mm.
uh we had Chabadig swing by the Twitch stream, but they were looking for a chat and not a productivity sprint. So I think they bounced. But if you're still here, you're totally welcome. Let's see. Yes, Catechus was all like demanding attention. So he already had his gushy food. Trust me, I did not forget the most important part of the week. But I gave him treats. I opened the window for him. We played a little round of Attack the Dino Buddy, and he decided he'd rather eat rend flesh because Catechus. And we had a stare off, and he sulked and wandered off.
As he does.
Right. So let's see. Angela is halfway through the life workbook for Publish and Thrive. That's awesome. I thought somebody was calling out my cat, but I think they're just being rude on my stream. So give me a second. I need to bounce somebody real quick. Yeah, they are. Mod.
Just trying to see what they can get away with.
Bye-bye. They're gone. They're gone. So I didn't even, oh my gosh, I didn't even see what was blocked. Yeah, no, they are gone. This. Okay, so let's see. Andy did cheat, quote unquote, was writing a bit before the stream, but got 400 words. That's awesome. And Debbie was able to fix their next 2 comic pages, changed one panel and had to alter the next 2 pages after staring at them for 3 days. Wow. Yeah, no, that person is not what we look for in my stream.
Yeah, so that person was being
dropped
violent.
A lot of curse words, and yeah, not cool. So anyway, they are gone. If you weren't on my Twitch, you're fine, and probably didn't run into that sort of language. So yeah. Oh, it sounds like a pretty solid sprint for most of us. What were we talking about before your grocery showed up?
Just got a very little bit of editing, or before, back in the before. Oh, geez, I have no idea.
Me neither. As I said, I've been fidgeting with these. You probably saw me fidget during that stream. So, anyway. JD got the Ream posts and streams planned for the week, and it's time to get settled for drafting. Awesome. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
So, yawn. Angela joins us in cheering JD. So, oh no. Oh, so you want to know one of the big things that happened this week for me?
What?
My supplier got back to me. I had a hookup. Do you know what's in here?
Yeah. Did you have a visit from the mafia?
Better. And a visit from the Girl Scout.
Yeah, the Girl Scout cookie mafia. Yes.
Yes. So, also, okay. I got like 3 boxes of Samoas. One's already eaten. 2 boxes of tagalongs. One's already eaten. And 2 boxes of Thin Mints, of which I've only eaten 1 sleeve out of one of them. So, like...
So you've got 1 serving left.
Right. Wait, I might have to take back that pat on the back because I ate 2.5 boxes of cookies in like 4 days, and I gave myself a pat on the back for not eating 3 boxes while having baked cookies for the house and having people eating some of those cookies as well. My house is out of food. So I need to go grocery shopping. Yeah. I may have had canned tomato soup and Chef Boyo more than twice each this week because everything else has been eaten. So I do have some taquitos, but I'm out of ramen. Like my pantry is sad right now. So let's see. Angela says that she hasn't seen any Girl Scout cookies for sale yet, but it's been too wet or cold to go and search. Here in Northern Virginia, apparently, like the different troops have it at different times of the year so that the production at the, at the bakery can be consistent. Our region gets their cookies that you're supposed to order during the holiday season. So while you're eating fudge and sugar cookies, you're ordering Girl Scout cookies, which is ridiculous on the face of it. Like, yeah. And Angela said that her glucose number would go insane. Yeah, mine was not thrilled with me, especially because all I had was like carbs and, sugar water. So Angela says it also depends which bakery. Yes, I have Samoa's, Thin Mints, and Tagalongs because I have the correct bakery. What does the wrong bakery call them?
Nestle's, Keebler.
No. There's 2 different Girl Scout bakeries.
And,
okay. Okay. So one place calls them Caramel Delights. And one place calls them peanut butter patties instead of tagalongs. Like,
so they're Girl Scout cookie knockoffs?
No. There's 2 different Girl Scout bakeries because they had to, and the one from the one that does not serve my area has wrong names for some of the cookies.
Okay, this literally sounds like there was a Girl Scout schism, and
no. It's just which factory it is or something. I don't even know. But like Do-si-dos are peanut butter sandwiches. And trefoils are shortbreads. Like,
this just sounds like it's completely ruining the branding.
Yeah. So Angela says that's ABC. They don't do tagalongs. Yeah. So there's 2 different bakeries for the Girl Scouts because they just grew so big that they needed another bakery. So, Angela says it's been this way forever and they used to work with ABC. So I didn't know because my Girl Scout cookies always had the correct names, but I sold Girl Scout cookies back when it was 2 boxes for $5, as it should be. And I am old. I remember when they took the trans fats out and the cookies shrunk by were suddenly 2/3 the size, and between 2 and 5 cookies fewer per box. And some of the flavors were not right. Like Samoa's went from top tier to mediocre, but in the last couple of years they figured out how to get the Samoa cookies back to top notch. So they've bumped out tagalongs for me. But I have an epic rant on my blog about how tagalong, which are they're chocolate covered cookies with peanut butter in them, which are almost like Thin Mints, only we have peanut butter instead of mint. And yet with Thin Mints, you get 2 of these, which is how many cookies? Let me see. What's 4 times 8? 32?
Yep.
Tagalongs, you get 15 cookies per box. And growing up, my mom and my sister were Thin Mints all the way, and I was tagalongs. And how do you make a box of 16 cookies last as long as 32. There is literally no way to do it. And yes, I've heard the thing, oh, but a sleeve is like a whole serving size. Yeah, but like this is it, right? This is all I get. So there is no way. And if you check by mass, by volume, it's 2/3 the amount of cookies that you get with the Thin Mints. I have done the calculations. I have done the math. I am owed boxes and boxes of cookies across my lifespan because
But I want boxes and boxes of the old cookies, not these shrinkflated cookies where you've expanded the plastic spacer to put more space between cookies so that you can give me less cookies for the same price
right?
while shrinking the box.
It's horrible. It's terrible. It's
criminal.
It's criminal. It's criminal. So yeah, I have very strong feelings about Girl Scout cookies. So just know this. Oh, very strong feelings about Girl Scout cookies. What? I'm trying to find my post. Let me see if I can find it. It's been up for a while now. Here we go. I've been ranting about this since 2016. I'm very passionate about the subject of how many Girl Scout cookies I deserve.
Okay.
So as of 2016, I was owed 21 boxes of cookies about how many I'd been cheated out of versus Thin Mint lovers. At this point in my life, I'm going to say it's like 35, maybe 40. I mean, I deserve more cookies in my life. And I don't know about you, but you might as well.
I deserve more petit fours in my life. My wife and I are disgusted about the fact that petit fours are considered seasonal. And it's like, no, petit fours are for whenever you make the damn things, and you should be making them year round so I can buy them.
I mean, that's not what Great British Bake Show has taught me.
Oh.
I'll be back in just a second. My window is open because Catechus talked me into it, and the breeze just got chilly.
Okay.
The window that's right there.
Right.
So
the window
yeah.
For Catechus. Catechus is
right? Popping into the comments from my rant. Let's see. Dwan says that the mismatched named cookie sounds like a
does sound like a schism. Yes.
Sarah had to pop. Angela is right there with me with the rant, with the trans fats, and then raising the price. It was ridiculous.
And they made the boxes smaller and gave you 2 sleeves instead of 3.
It was ridiculousness. It was ridiculousness. And Dwan listened to the rant and slowly backed off. And Angela would have never guessed it was important to me. They figure if they make them seasonal, they'll sell more.
No, they don't sell more. If they sold them all year round, I would buy lots of petit fours because I love them. Since they make them seasonal, I forget to order them because I don't know when they're available.
Yeah. It's hard. It really is. It's hard and it's sad and frustrating. So, although speaking of seasonal things, have you heard why the McRib is only on occasion?
Because it's nasty?
No. They only have them when the pork prices drop below a certain point.
So that I can believe. That sounds like capitalism.
So yeah. When it's economical for McDonald's to have them, they bring them back. So
when the pork farmers are suffering enough that they can get pig cheap, then they bring back the McRib.
Yeah. So I mean, I can't blame them. But that's why it's hard to predict and not actually seasonal. It's based on pricing. So
it's based on the suffering of others to be exploited.
I mean,
the
suffering of others.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you say about a Sprint? Now that I have ranted about Girl Scout
Now,
cookies.
now that we have railed against the crimes of capitalism as depicted in the McRib and Girl Scout cookies, yeah, let's do a spread. Because
Step
this is a stream about writing
and snacking.
and snacking.
So
I've got zebra popcorn today.
I think we're on brand. So, okay, let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, 24 minutes because it's 2024 and I continue to be easily amused. So
I'm gonna hurt myself.
Dwan says, if there's an abundance of pork, the price could drop. Yeah. So. we're back. How was your sprint?
Went a little bit better this time. I didn't manage to spill anything on myself, although I think I dropped some popcorn kernels. But
yeah, popcorn's a lot easier to clean up.
Yeah, a lot easier, especially if the cat does not come along and chomp on it. Which, when we had Gilly, she would be sure to do that. But
I mean,
Trill's not quite so interested in the carbs.
Sure.
But I'm in the middle of reworking a scene, and I kind of went back to the beginning of the chapter and reconstructed it. It is a little weird to measure progress because I start adding in lines, and then okay, those replace that, so now I remove those, and
that's why I do pages when I do editing.
I'm still basically on the same 2 pages, going back and forth.
Oh. Ooh, ouch.
Yeah, my editor did not like the way I structured things, and I had basically, I had said to myself, this is the boring stuff when people arrive, and I gave an info dump of events that happened and then moved on to things that were more interesting. And my editor was like, but you have an opportunity to describe all these characters and give them life and reference and stuff. And it's like,
slow the pacing, like, whoa.
Yeah, well, part of it was like, okay, they are right. I can make these characters come more alive, but I can also tell you more about the characters I've already introduced and how they're interacting with the new obstacles here. So I'm finding a middle ground, but it's a lot of rewriting of a section.
Sure. Yeah. I know what it's like. I've definitely been there where, I can revise 10 pages in half an hour or 1 paragraph in 2 hours.
Yep.
So
how is your sprint going?
I read a chapter or 2. I don't know. I'm at 70% of the book now.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if he's getting rescued or kidnapped.
Or both.
I mean, it depends who's getting him out of there. But
that would be getting re-kidnapped, right?
So he's been kidnapped, whatever, Stockholm syndrome, and now he's getting maybe rescued, maybe kidnapped, unclear. They're like, we're here to rescue you, and then they threatened his brother, and I'm not sure if it was just to get him to go or not. So
all kinds of strangeness.
Unclear.
Yep.
So, but I'll find out in a couple pages. So, yeah, let me pop into the comments. Let's see. Dwan is like, it's not just, messing over pork farmers. It's when there's an abundance of pork and the price drops. Yeah. So Andy got 326 words this sprint, and Angela is almost through the workbook. Yay! 3 pages left, and she scheduled the Monday blog post on the Witchy blog for the rest of the month. Oh yeah!
Nice.
Boom. So
always good to work on it.
So I'm trying to tell myself I'm going to start posting again and just pretend that I took January off on purpose. So maybe I'll have stuff up this week. It could happen. Yeah. So we will see. Hopefully it should happen as soon as I finish this book and the next book and the next. I have a problem. I'm working on it very badly.
You're working on it very badly?
Yeah. Pretty much. Very badly. So let's see. Dwan is half working, half eating. Is it something delicious? What are you eating? Tell us. Ooh, Dwan's trying to start a new script. Awesome. Yawn. Oh, do you know what time it is?
Is it stretch time?
It's stretch time. Let's do a stretch break. Grab some water, twist and shout, Did I tell
Whatever
you?
happened to Nightbot? Didn't we used to have Nightbot for this?
Yeah, Nightbot was unpredictable and annoying.
So you fired Nightbot?
I think so. Unclear.
Okay.
Oh. So, did I tell you I started seeing a new chiropractor?
I believe you had.
I'm going 3 times a week, and we're trying to get apparently neck vertebrae are supposed to do like a curvy thing and not go like straight. And you're not supposed to have like bone spurs at the base of your neck. Who knew? But apparently, when I tilt my head back, my shoulders go up a little, the bottom 2 vertebrae don't move, and the others hyperextend to make up for it. Because I'm made out of hyperextension. Yay!
Yes.
So, popping into the comments, Dwan is having egg roll in a bowl. Ooh, that sounds nummy. And Angela says, thanks to Doc, Angela had to go in search of popcorn and robbed some of the hubby's caramel corn. Ooh.
You're welcome.
Excellent choice. Excellent choice.
Yep.
Oh. So.
Although
there's my
I'm
sternum
still,
pop.
Oh.
What? You don't have a daily sternum pop?
No. Sorry.
Just do a sun salutation and it goes boop. No, just me. My chiropractor said it was okay. Well, 4 chiropractors ago said it was okay.
No, I'm the person that goes up to hug people and cracks their backs in places that they didn't know their backs could crack.
Oh,
usually in a good way.
I think I once popped my skull because I could hear the echo kind of here, but maybe it was just a top vertebrae. Unclear.
Probably a top vertebrae.
Probably. I'm trying to think of what joints I haven't popped. I mean, hips don't usually pop. Knees, elbows, toes, ankles, back, neck. Not shoulders. Shoulders grind. They don't usually pop. I don't pop my shoulders out of joint like some people I know. So I'm not that hypermobile that the shoulders go tunk, tunk.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got a whole bunch of notifications from Discord, and it's all from one of my friends' Discords. And I think what happened was that somebody went and spammed like all of her channels, and so all those notifications went out. But I look at it, and it's like there's all these channels that are marked with new notifications, but there's nothing there. So I think somebody got on it and blocked the person really fast.
Yeah.
It's just disgusting that people are rude like that, trying to hijack somebody else's server.
Sure. Ooh, I just saw a meme I really, really like. I'm going to subject you all to it, maybe.
Uh-oh.
Copy image, paste. Wait, no, copy link. There we go. Okay. So, remove, present, stop screen, share screen. And next to. A wise man once said, don't be afraid to start over. This time you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. With the collar, I'm going to assume it's the character Tyrion Lannister and not the actor. Which do you think was quoted, the character or the actor?
Probably the character, but
okay.
That does.
Yeah,
that does. Hi.
Hey. So.
It's Sacco.
Yay! Finally. We have a Sacco.
Finally.
Did you have lunch or?
I think it was supposed to be lunch, but it turned into dinner. That's how long I was there. Like
Oh wow! I hope it was a good time and a good visit with.
it
I
was a
don't even.
good visit with the person that I was having lunch with, but like
Excellent.
they were super understaffed and
Oh
the
yeah.
kitchen was backed up and it was it was a nightmare.
I'm
So
sorry.
and then like to get out of there, my my guest basically was having trouble with her credit card. So I'm finally out of there and back into my studio and ready to write things.
Excellent. Excellent. So everybody is very excited to see you.
Oh, yay.
And Andy said that a Discord he was on also had a spammer come in and hit all the chats.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sometimes people are jerks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Whoever was either somebody's got a nice auto ban set up, because I went to look in. It's like either it was auto banned for doing that, or somebody reacted really fast to get them all off.
Yeah. So.
Ooh, yawns.
Sorry. I've been at my mom's this weekend, and she gets up at like 7 in the morning, and I'm used to getting up between 9:30 and 10. So I was trying not to be rude and get up after 9:30, even though I may have read until 2. So I don't know. Let's see what my Fitbit says. Oh no. Angela says, "Don't yawn like that, Morgan. I'm already thinking coffee." Yeah. So I caffeine like once a month because I do have such a sleep schedule, and sometimes can go take a nap and then come back and do more work or whatever. But since I was road tripping today, I swung by the gas station and picked up a live wire, which I actually do like better than Sunkist. But considering how much caffeine I have in a month, I'm not allowed to drink any after 3 p.m. Definitely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah,
keeps you up, huh?
Livewire is like 1 part energy drink to 1 part Mountain Dew drink.
I thought it was just a different flavor of Mountain Dew.
No, it was originally marketed towards energy drinks.
I know that they have the energy drink version. I thought it was just the flavor of Mountain Dew, the orange flavor of Mountain Dew that you can only get at gas stations.
As far as I know, that was they haven't changed the recipe.
Like I just hit the Mountain Dew website. I'm accepting all cookies. And
it is like Code Red and Livewire and Midnight Run.
I do miss Code Red and Midnight Run, but
they have them at the gas station. You just can't get them in like the 20 ounce.
Well, I guess it depends on which gas station you go to. I will be honest, I usually get my gas at a 7-Eleven because that's what's convenient near me.
Yeah.
But it's not like you can go to the Sheets where it's like, "Hi, we're Sheets. We've got gas and every drink and snack food known to mankind."
And also cigarettes that you can only get at the tobacconist.
The Kickstart, the orange Kickstart was their like whatever.
Oh, I'll give you that.
Yeah. And they have the gamer fuel stuff, but this is just the orange flavored regular Mountain Dew.
Okay.
So I'm like Sunkist has half the caffeine it used to. So I'm trying not to like completely destroy my system, especially since I got the 20 ounce, which I'm not allowed to drink at conventions anymore.
Oh.
Did I tell you? I gave myself. I thought I was giving myself panic attacks. Right after vaccines and whatever came out for COVID and I started going to cons again, I was going solo and it was big crowds. And yeah, I knew some people there, but it was still a little overwhelming. And by day 2 or 3, I'd be like, I need caffeine, right? So I'd get a 20 ounce and I would chug it. And like I was going to a panel and I was like, all of a sudden I feel like really anxious and nervous.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I must just be really overwhelmed. And then the next convention, about day 2, maybe day 3, I had another soda, and about half an hour later, same exact feeling. And I'm like, oh, it's the caffeine. That's why my heart is racing and filling in with anxiety, etc., etc.
Yeah,
So
my
you
sister calls coffee anxiety juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't have like I could
you
do it.
saying you
I could do
you
a
over
12-ounce
caffeinated
can.
yourself on a 20-ounce can of 20-ounce bottle of soda.
I have a 12-ounce can of Sunkist once a month at game. So my body, and a bleep ton of chocolate. But like when it comes to drinking caffeine, I just usually don't.
Right.
So my body is like, wee when it gets it. And I think that's part of the reason, like when I was looking into ADHD medication, they're like, stimulants, maybe not for you.
Yeah.
So, cause just like, yeah, it's about kicking in now. But I will eat some food and it'll settle out, I think. So,
Okay.
checking
Interesting.
the chat, Angela says she's usually up by 6, but finds her pillow and TV by about 7:30 for a couple hours. Yeah. I'm my goal that I work with my therapist is not to start any new books after 10 p.m. and to have my light out by 1. And for school nights, I've been doing much better the last week or so. So, Andy says his caffeine tolerance is so high. The only time he's gotten a buzz was from the Japanese quote unquote study time tea. Yeah. I used to have a better tolerance than I do now. Same with other beverages.
Angela also said something about me quitting smoking, and no, I never.
I wasn't going to call you out either way, so I was just going to.
I'm not quitting. I'm just cutting back.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
working on cutting back.
Yeah. Sometimes I think that I might lose my writer
cred
because I don't drink. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink tea. Like all the stereotypes, like whiskey,
and
wine.
I am that stereotype,
and that's totally fine. Yeah, no, I usually sit down with a cup of water, sometimes 2, and then I'm like, I can't get up until I've drunk both cups of water, and I have to stay focused. But that's actually, I think, how I used to sprint before I sprinted. Before I started doing writing sprints, I would do the water thing. So
yeah,
I don't know. I've heard people say bourbon is. I've heard people say to write drunk and edit sober, and it's like no. I will have the occasional drink, but if I'm drinking in association with writing, it's usually to celebrate the fact that I'm done for the day.
Yeah.
I think that's part of why I added in what do you drink and what do you snack on when you write to my author interviews is I want to see if there's a trend between different genres and different beverages and stuff. But I don't have a big enough sample size yet. So yeah. Debbie's with me, doesn't do all that either. Yeah. So I'm mostly water. When I do drink, it's going to be hard cider.
This is water.
Yeah. So,
drinking while networking. Yeah.
Drinking. I do drink while networking. I do try to keep it like, a
below a certain
limit.
amount. Yeah.
Because I.
Well, and sometimes that's difficult to find places that serve hard cider. Uh,
It is. It is. But I'll also take alcohol mixed with juice.
Mhm.
If you give me juice
So-
and add alcohol to it, I'm probably okay.
so screwdrivers then. No.
Yeah. Last time I went somewhere and they're like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "Just give me OJ and vodka." I'm
Yeah.
basic. And juice means you're getting vitamins, and alcohol, like they balance out,
I like my cranberry and vodka,
right?
with a
Yeah.
with a dash of lime.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It is good for my body too.
exactly. Juan's with me. Screwdrivers are good. It's true.
I
So
used to make screwdrivers by the pitcher in college from orange juice concentrate.
oh
Uh-huh.
wow. Okay.
Use the concentrate. You're supposed to use 3 cans of water
Mhm.
mixed with concentrate. I use 2 cans and a can full of vodka. And
Nice.
it's nice and
Juan,
predictable.
Juan was more of a vodka tonic
Vodka
guy back
tonic.
in the day. That's part of my drinking issue is I don't like anything bitter. So I don't like hops, and I don't like
Mhm.
tonic, and I don't
Yeah.
like I also don't drink dark sodas because I don't like the taste. So like
So
that's
like
90
caramel based sodas
so
don't
that's like
do anything for you.
90% of the mixers.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
they're like Long Island iced tea, and I'm like, I don't like iced tea. I know it has nothing to do with
Yeah.
iced tea, but like rum and Coke, I don't like Coke. So
Yeah.
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 Everclear Kool-Aid is
Good.
dangerous.
Have you ever tried a slow gin fizz?
I don't like gin.
Because slow gin is gin flavored with slow berries, and it's done up with Sprite.
Okay,
So it's
I can
no dark
usually
color.
handle Sprite. So,
So the
Andy's
question
got
is,
to bounce. Oh no,
Uh,
there were beverages spilled in the living room.
oh
Oh
no,
no.
So, and Dwan
I
says
posted
bourbon and
right.
Sprite is good. Yeah.
Bourbon and Sprite is
Uh,
good. Whiskey and ginger ale.
Sometimes
Mhm.
I can do ginger ale, not always, but yeah.
Oh.
Did so back in college, I went to a World Con, and I was not of age, and they didn't have any caffeine that I would drink, as we've already gone
Hi.
over my very, very picky self.
Mhm.
So we ended up, there was a pixie stick party where it was just a table piled with pixie sticks. So we grabbed a
Oh my
couple pixie sticks. It was a room party, so we just grabbed some. And the other teenagers I was hanging out with, we poured pixie sticks into a Sprite, and we're passing it around, taking hits of it because you didn't have any caffeine. So
Just
Mhm.
lots of sugar.
Just
so much
lots of
sugar.
sugar.
So yeah. Yeah, I think that says something about me when that's what I'm taking shots of. At age what, 18, 19? I might have been 19. It was my
That's
birthday
funny.
week. So
Mhm.
yeah, I don't think I could do a full long pixie stick anymore.
Me
But
either.
I have done them back in the day.
Yeah.
Were they a
Yeah.
foot long? No, they were a yard long, right?
You could get the yard long
Yeah.
tubes. The striped tubes.
Yeah. That were plastic, because when it lasts longer than a straw, you need a little more structural integrity to your pixie
Yeah.
stick,
Yeah.
or the container will dissolve on you.
Yeah.
So, Dwan says Mountain Dew is the best mixer, regardless of the alcohol. I don't use it as a mixer that much. I don't know why.
That was, I actually hadn't thought of doing that until I went to college.
Okay.
And my friend Elise, she used vodka and Mountain Dew.
Sure.
And I was like, I'll join you in that. And it
Yeah.
you know, it's a vehicle for alcohol.
Yeah. It's been a while, but I also enjoy a good Black Russian.
Mm-hmm.
White
I like
Russian?
Black-
White
I like-
Russian?
There's
You
both.
probably-
Both drinks exist.
Yeah.
It depends on what you're mixing it
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
I like Black Russians. It's basically just vodka and Kahlua.
Yeah.
That's all there is to
I
it.
mean,
See, I would think that Morgan wouldn't like Kahlua because it's basically coffee liqueur.
if you add enough chocolate to it, I can drink coffee.
Okay.
That's what I learned when I was at the coffee shop. I worked, aging myself, I worked in the Borders coffee shop. And so I tried all the things. And, that's how I learned I will drink vanilla chai that is 99% milk and sugar. And I think it's like an extra, extra dry martini where they just wave the tea over the cup.
Yeah.
Don't think there's actually any tea involved when I drink chai.
Gotcha. Whereas
I
I'm the opposite. I'm like, I
Yeah.
want to taste the tea.
Yeah.
Like, go
And at
easy
work,
on the
I was
mixer.
hurting for caffeine once. And hot chocolate has started sugar spiking me and then crashing me 20 minutes later unless I have it with a meal. And it was mid-afternoon, so I made coffee or made hot chocolate with coffee. And so when the sugar spike wore off, the caffeine kicked in and it worked out okay. So that's what a mocha lay.
If you can.
That's a mocha.
If you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, oh, Adega swung by. Hello.
Hi, Adega.
Oh, so we have 12 minutes left. Do we do half a sprint? Do we keep talking? Do we eat Girl Scout cookies?
We should eat Girl Scout cookies and talk.
Yes. Okay. So, which cookie should I eat? Samoa, Thin Mints, or Tagalongs? I have a box of each.
Tagalongs.
Okay, I'm doing it. Where'd the bag go? Oh, right here. You missed my annual Thin Mint rant.
Yes, I did.
You've suffered through it multiple times at this point.
Have I?
Probably. I can link drop it again. Or you can rewind and watch.
I'll just rewind, yeah.
To sum up for those who came late, it's the fact that Thin Mints have a third more cookie than Tagalong by volume. And that I'm probably owed over 30 boxes at this point in my life.
Hi.
So.
Doesn't your Nibbling.
No longer a Girl Scout.
No longer a Girl Scout. Okay.
But I can tell you who my hookup was.
Yes, please do.
I'll just slide that in the private chat because.
Thank you.
Because the Girl Scout Mafia will hunt you down. No.
So.
Oh.
I spotted it on Discord and had the cookies like 4 days later.
So you've got Thin Mints, and I've got small chocolate chip cookies from Costco. Kirkland chocolate chip cookies. So
I have water.
There was a level of guilt. So I finally went ahead and baked. I had a mix from King Arthur of gluten-free cookie mix. So I baked up some chocolate chip cookies for the household.
Nice.
So that way I don't feel that bad eating cookies because my roommate is celiac, so she can't. And it can't be cross-contaminated. So even though the gluten-free cookies they have Girl Scout ones, they're made in the same facility, so she can't do them.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems in the chat that RC Scott has an opinion on Thin Mints.
I just got slapped in the face a little bit.
Well, I respect the fact that RC Scott does not have a personal liking for Thin Mints. And I'm not thrilled with them either, the way some people are. But it's like, it's a cookie.
Put them in the freezer for a little bit. And
I'm not the hugest mint person, but I think there's enough chocolate to balance out the mint in a Thin Mint cookie where the mint isn't the dominant flavor. I'm okay with mint for like gum and brushing my teeth. Other than that, I can do it lightly. Mojitos, no thank you. I do not like drinking and straining herbs through my teeth. It's not my fun thing.
Mhm.
Like maybe if they strained the I don't know, mint
If that
essence.
was your fun thing, you'd drink herbal tea, right?
Yeah, which I don't. I don't like herbal
Yep.
tea.
Mhm.
So
But
Dwan is on the Thin Mints are the greatest Girl Scout cookie bandwagon.
I like Tagalogs.
I alternate between Tagalongs and Samoas.
See,
Samoas for a while had dipped, but they fixed the recipe and
They
they're back.
fixed the recipe, yeah.
Yeah.
I've always had Samoas as my favorite, but my biggest complaint is the massive shrinkflation of the Samoas. That they went from putting them in sleeves to putting them in the racks, and then they kept making the racks bigger so that there's fewer cookies in the box.
With the Samoas, when they took the trans fats out, they shrunk the size of the cookie by 2/3, or it's 2/3 the size it was. They didn't shrink it quite that much. But yeah, they didn't get the recipe right away, but they've gotten better. They've gotten better. Strong feelings on Girl Scout cookies. Sorry for those of you who've been here for the whole stream.
I don't know enough kids, and the couple that you mentioned in the private chat, like last I knew,
I can get you the hookup.
Yes, please do.
Okay.
But like last I knew, that baby was not born yet.
Baby now has a sibling. Baby was born pre-pandemic.
Right.
So
Girl
Scouts start happening in 5 years. So Ava,
oh my God.
Eva's here. Hello.
Eva.
Came in at Girl Scouts, got some outside at the store the other day. So let me see if I can get you the hookup for more cookies.
I think I have Jim among my friends on Facebook.
Yeah. So.
There we go.
I will.
I'm
Got it.
not used to wearing my glasses all the time. But I have to wear them to see some of the print on the computer when streaming, because some of the windows is like, oh, we're going to give you this crowded window with teeny tiny little print. You have to be able to read it to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And I keep like reaching to rub my eye through my lenses.
Like my husband is quickly coming to the realization that he's going to need glasses. Yeah. He took his there's this like graphic designer tool that like magnifies type, and he has taken his eyeball and he's using it on his iPad screen.
Have you ever watched The Repair Shop?
No.
Okay, it's this British show. It's very like chill, and they restore like old stuff. Some seasons they were really leaning into, it has a historic family story about it, but really we just want to see what happens and the before and after. Anyway, one of the repair people is does clocks, and so he's got the clockmaker's glasses, and he'll wear like magnifiers over his glasses.
Holy crap.
At some point, he didn't used to, but the show's been on a while, and he added a level of glasses. Or maybe like the glasses are on his head while he's wearing 2 levels of magnification.
I have a very large monitor, but it doesn't make the text any bigger.
Change the resolution and it will.
Yeah, that's true.
You either change the resolution or you override the font sizes on some of your software, and it's like things like working in Scrivener, I can change the font display size, or I can zoom in, zoom out, and leave the font alone. But not everything you can do that way.
No. Yeah. I think I'm not allowed to wear this sweater for streaming again.
Why?
It's maybe it's just on my monitor, but it looks like it's got weird lines on it. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. In streaming, you don't see the lines as much. The resolution's not quite that strong.
It
Uh,
does kind of have weird lines on it, but I
yeah,
thought it was
yeah.
like that was the pattern. But
I
So
thought
that's
that
the
was the
pattern,
point.
but like the ribs are doing weird things a little bit.
okay,
Anyway, maybe it's just me. Soul Free, hey, good to
Hey, Soul
see you.
Free.
Oh,
Thank you.
yes. So, anyway, let's go ahead and do our outros so I can have something other than sugar. Because coming down from a caffeine high and eating cookies is maybe not the best decision I've ever had.
Yeah.
you should have a protein snack lined up just in case.
They have peanut butter in them.
There's the
Sometimes
there's the
some people that
protein.
works, others need something with more protein. But hey,
Yeah, like me. So, who are you and what are you doing?
I guess I am Sako Toomey, also known as Cass Voight. I write horror, and I'm a witch, and I'm a graphic designer, and sometimes I combine those three things. In fact, I have a Kickstarter going right now on a 24-page magazine full of my pandemic era art that will never be released again.
Link
And
copy?
yeah, link droppy. If I can find the thing.
great.
I have too many tabs open is the problem. If you can, like, yeah.
You link drop it in the private chat. So.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'll reshare it. So, okay. What are you up to this week? Any streams? You got your Tuesday stream?
Oh, me. Yeah. I've got Magic Monday tarot readings on my witchy channel, and I've got Tuesday morning write-in with sprints and the like.
Nice.
So that's, yeah. Pleased to be dropping by. I would love to see you.
Yay.
Okay.
And Doc?
And I am Doc Coleman. I write steampunk comedy adventure. If you're interested in finding out more about me and my writing, go to your favorite search engine and search for Doc Coleman Steampunk. And that'll take you to my Amazon author page where you can look at samples of my work. It'll also take you to doccoleman.com where you can see what I'm up to if I like remember to update the page, which I really need to get back to. And my new adventure is getting into doing more streaming, both on YouTube and Twitch. So
Ooh.
this content is the first that's also been shared over to my Twitch and YouTube channels, and I'll also be doing Friday night gaming every Friday for the time being. I'll probably have to take off when I'm doing conventions and stuff, but for right now, I've been having fun exploring No Man's Sky for a couple hours every Friday night. So I'm not worried about followers, but if you can come in and visit for a while I'm doing stuff, I'm happy to have you here.
Awesome.
And I have mandatory content.
Cool. And I'm Morgan Hazelwood. I try to do the stream every week. I took January off from blogging, vlogging, and podcasting, but I'm going to make a big effort to get back and make January just a fluke. So hopefully I stop binge reading gay romances and start actually producing content again. But, you know, I spent the stream.
I'm sorry. Have you already blown through Chuck Tingle's entire catalog?
No, I have not read Chuck Tingle. I haven't really been feeling the like humorous side of romance. But sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. I spent Christmas reading stuff that made me howl in laughter. So yeah. Thank you. I'm glad it's not just me. Angela said seems like a lot of us.
It's not just you.
Okay.
I'm still cleaning up after November.
Yeah. November killed me this year, and it doesn't usually, and I don't know why. I don't
Yeah,
know
it
what was
really
different.
messed with me, and I gave up halfway in.
Yeah. Yeah. I pushed through, but it was not healthy in any way, shape, or form. But quitting NaNoWriMo, I don't think would have made anything better. I think I was still gonna go as hard as I did, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah. And
I
then
got through
December.
November okay. It was getting COVID at the beginning of December that
Yeah.
knocked me
Knocked
down and
everything out.
made it hard to get back up. But
Yeah. Yeah. So I keep thinking, today's the day. As soon as I sit down, I'm gonna, and then I don't. And I don't know.
I feel that way about my dance. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I get caught up doing client work or whatever, and my dance, my self-care. Dance is part of my self-care, and I've been ignoring the self-care part.
So at least last weekend when I wasn't streaming, I got over 5,000 steps at least 2 out of the 3 days, which is more than I've gotten like all year.
Yeah.
So it was much better. So I'm gonna at least try to pace my house while reading if I'm gonna be unhealthy reading. Like, taking some steps, getting some movement in. So for self-care, I have my therapist appointment on Tuesday, which I totally missed last week. Like, she messaged me and she's like, "Are you coming?" And I got there 20 minutes after it started, and she's like, "It's a 45-minute session."
Yeah.
We cancel after 15 minutes. And I've been seeing the chiropractor regularly again. So trying to, but like my back is more out of whack than it normally is. And this new chiropractor does incremental adjustments. So it's still not right. Oh, that was good though. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So I'm getting there.
When my back was really messed up, the chiropractor that I went to was like, it'll take several sessions to get things back to stay in alignment for a while.
100%. I'm used to that. But like right now, I think it's just so much is out. So
when
more so than normal.
It feels like they're not doing enough in one session.
Oh no, my chiropractor does an intense amount. He does energy work too. So he does a number on me, but like I'm very mobile, right? So I kind of go in for like a tune-up, and sometimes let's say I was in an accident, and it turned out that when I busted out my elbow in that car accident, apparently I broke my neck too.
Ow.
If I had not gone to the chiropractor, I never would have found out.
Okay.
I never would have known.
Yeah.
So they took care of my posture, and here I am.
So
yay.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I used my sit-stand desk twice in the last 2 weeks, which is like 1,000,000% more than I'd been using it. So
nice.
So yeah. And like the other thing I've been doing is having it higher. So if I'm reading on my phone, I'm at least reading on my phone here instead of here. Hey,
Yeah, every little bit helps. Little bit helps.
And like, yes, I've been reading on my phone, so that's bad for my neck. But before, I was doing phone games and like giving myself tennis elbow in addition to staring at my phone. So
So there's trade-offs.
Clearly, it's a step up.
Yeah.
And as addictions go, binge reading books is maybe bad for my productivity, and sleep, but not like actively harmful.
Yeah.
And doesn't affect anyone else.
Well, you're doing research, right?
Sure.
Sure.
That's not my genre, and
Not yet.
gay romances is something I'm never going to participate in.
You think? Hey, I'm
femme, and
never
I
thought-
identify as femme, and I'm not looking to. Yeah.
And that's not the kind of romances that you're reading. So
nope. I am missing parts, and not interested in acquiring parts either. So, anyway,
Who are you? Who are you, Morgan?
I'm me, and I'm gonna finish this book and find out if his brother has actually been kidnapped, or if they just said that so he would go with them for the rescue. There's a Stockholm Syndrome book I'm reading right now.
Oh.
It's quite glorious. So have a great week. I will be back next week, and have fun. Catch you later. In stream, not leave studio. Okay.
Yeah.